Hey everyone. Uh, like I said, I wanted to talk briefly about what uh, what I do to manage my mental health on what is culturally speaking a really stressful time. So what I was going to do in this mini podcast, and I'm going to try and keep it to 5 minutes. I know I'm not great about that all the time. Is that is talk about how reading really helps me manage my stress tolerance. And if you have ADHD, like me, I have an attentive type ADD, and that means my executive functioning is the biggest impact. Of my weaknesses are working memory, task initiation, and stress tolerance. Now, writing really helps my working memory and task initiation. If I just find myself starting writing the thing that I have to do next, like for example, this monologue, um, then that's a great way to get started on actually doing the thing. Um, but when I'm really stressed out, I find reading, taking a beat, helps lower my stress. And I'm not always able to do it just because of the way life works. And I made this connection, after working on a book, Smart But Scattered, the stress tolerance is a major issue. But it really connected for me about 2 years ago when I listened to a New York Times book review podcast with the film director Steven Soderbergh, who publishes a yearly list of what he's watched and what he's read. He makes a list of what he's read over the course of a year, from plays to movies and TV shows he's watched to books he's read. Now, he is absolutely crazy how much he takes in terms of fuel. Um, I think in 2023 he read something like 80 books, which is crazy to me. I'm perfectly satisfied reading 30 books a year, and which is better than 90% of people, I'd say. Um, so keeping track in that way is something I've never really done, like keeping an actual list. Uh, I've kept a list, but it's kind of been mixed in with other things. So I've gotten really organized, and I've made a list of what I've watched and what I've read from TV shows and movies and books, nonfiction, fiction, and comic book. Um, I don't go to plays, so I replaced it with comics. So, and what I'll do is talk about when I started a book and when I finished it. And Soderbergh doesn't do that. So it really gives me a bird's eye view of when I was hyper focused on a topic. For example, like last year, I read two books by Charlie Brooker because I got into Black Mirror again. I saw the first two seasons way back when they premiered, uh, like in 2011 or 2012, and I really could not handle them. So last year I re-engaged in it, um, and it really informed a lot of things. So I read a collection of his columns from The Guardian, circa 2002 to 2010, and I read behind the scenes book by him on Inside Black Mirror. So all of this is to say, uh, go out for World Mental Health Day, take a step outside and read an actual book. I'm going to do that as soon as I'm done with this and have lunch and read Nicholson Baker's Finding a Likeness because I'm trying to draw more. And that really lowers my stress significantly on a daily basis. So, and I encourage you to also take a minute. And if it means just sitting on the curb while you're waiting for your kid's school bus to get in and reading while waiting for the bus to show up, cool. Go for it. Do that thing, okay? It's going to be a fun time. All right? Um, so, um, yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. And we're coming in at 5 minutes, almost 6 minutes. And also, I'm going to start publishing for paid subscribers a weekly column. It's going to be called the Sunday column, similar to my Medium essays on something related to culture or mental health and creativity or productivity, really. It'll probably have something to do with productivity and culture. And similar to, kind of Brooker's Guardian essays and Guardian columns from, 20 years ago. So, hope you like it and keep your eye out for that on Sunday. All right. Have a good one. Have a good weekend. Thanks for being here.